Hey, everybody. I was going to say good evening. I'm so used to saying good evening. Hope you're having a great night. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's Sandy with Quilted Treasures and More, and I have a Halloween door hanger here that I am going to be working on. And I actually wanted to do this one earlier in the week and wanted to do something else tonight, but I didn't get to this one. And so I was like, oh, I really want this one done because I like this one. It's a truck. I have a thing about trucks. So anyway, I even have one of those crazy shirts that across the back it says, Silly boy, trucks are for girls. So yes, I have a thing for trucks. So all right, I have done two things boo-boo tonight. Number one, I didn't get my glasses. I went and changed clothes I just had to get comfortable, t-shirt, shorts, that kind of thing. So, um, changed clothes. I didn't grab my glasses. So, I've got my iPad over here on the side, and what I'm hoping, oh yeah, it's much bigger. I can see. Yay! Okay. So, let me get to my live stream, wherever it went to. It disappeared. No, don't disappear. Come back. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right. Well, why do you not like me? Oh, there we go. There we go. Hi, Terry. This looks like fun. I've been wanting to do this one for several days now, and so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this one tonight. I'm gonna hold off on the other one that I was thinking about doing, and I'm gonna do this one. I hate it when that happens. You get to painting and you don't realize there's a little clump of paint, and then you get to where you're wanting to do the real deal. Okay, all smoothed out. Goody goody. Okay, so what color am I going to start with? I did not grab paint colors beforehand, which is a no-no for me. But you know what? It's okay. We're gonna roll with the flow because we've had a lot of fun just kind of picking colors here and there. You splatter the paint on this one? Have you done this one, Terry? Did you do a paint splatter on this one? That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start with the windows. And I think what I'm gonna do, I normally do windows a white or a gray, but I think I'm gonna do this one like a spa blue. So it's kind of a light blue. So I think I'm gonna do this one a spa blue. Let's see if I can get my comments to come back up. They've hid from me. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with the glass part, and I'm going to use a spa blue. Now, this is Deco Art Americana. In case you're wondering what paint I use, that is the paint I use. I like the Americana. I've used different things. I have done apple barrel on some of them, and oh, what's another one I've used? I'm drawing a blank right now. But I tend to come back to the Deco Art. Um, Apple barrel, some of the colors I like, I enjoy, I love their um, smoothness, but some of the colors, just like Deco Art, there are some colors that to me are just see-through, and for me it's hard to work with because I have to go over and over and over, or I have to add another color with it to thicken it up to where the cover, when it covers, I don't have to keep adding coats of paint. So That's why I like to start with mine base coated white. I like to go ahead and base coat mine white, and it helps with the colors. Okay, so get y'all here where you can see all of my lovely mess over here. Welcome to the crafty table where things are usually in somewhat chaos. Well, here's the thing. I will pull paints out. I will paint something. I will keep them out for a few days just in case, because you never know. Something may get bumped, something may get scratched, and you have to do a touch up. So I leave the paints out. But then, as we all do, life happens, things get busy, and I don't get to clean up my crafting table and put the paints back where they belong. So here they sit. What have I been working on lately? Well, I did finally finish up and I finally posted pictures of the football ones. I did Alabama and I did Auburn. So there's one that says Roll Tide and one that says War Eagle. So I posted pictures of those. I did a fish and bobber um, that talks about talks about a crappie fisherman. And most people mispronounce that all the way around when they see that door hanger. They're like, "Oh, what man lives here?" And it's a crappie fisherman, is what it is. But it's so funny. That one's one of the crazy ones that I get comments on. The other one is the porch leaner that says, "Go away, go on, get." I get a lot of comments on that one as well. People love that one. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that's just crazy." So both of those. I've also been doing some resin stuff this week. So the crazy thing about the resin stuff here, I'm gonna start painting while I'm talking. Otherwise, I'll sit here and just talk all night. So let me get started painting while I'm talking. Maybe I can accomplish both things at once tonight. I have had caffeine, so hey, hopefully we can manage to pull off two things at one time. So the crazy thing with the resin is when I do the shattered glass and the resin, and you try to take a picture, half the time the shattered glass and resin does not show up in the picture. So I have started last year when I did the pieces in the fall. Um, I started doing little videos of them. So I am working on resin pieces now, and I will be doing some videos of them maybe this week, maybe hopefully, and getting those posted. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm putting spa blue in the area that is the back glass of the truck. So this is a little bit different than what I normally do. Most all the trucks I have done, I have used, oh, that's the ghost arm. I was like, what is wrong with that shoe? But that's the ghost's arm. I have used gray, a very light gray for the back window of the trucks. And so this is a little bit different. I figure, hey, you know what? This is going to be happening at night. We're just going to go with a little bit different color. It's not exactly the same color that is in the example, but it's close, I think. And you may be thinking, example? I get a lot, if not the majority, of my templates that I have in my library from shopdoorhangers.com. And that is Southern Adornments, which is Miss Tamara Bennett. And Miss Tamara is what I would call my mentor, my teacher. It's all her fault that I'm doing this. I ran across her one day on Facebook in 2020, and I watched her paint, and it was very relaxing in the beginning, and that's why I watched her. And she was just so incredibly laid back and so cool to just listen to, and so I just hung out and watched her paint for I don't know, maybe a few weeks, and she got to talking about how, you know, "You can paint too," and I thought, "Yeah, I'm doing good to get paint on the broadside of a barn, much less paint something like that." And, I just kept watching her, and after a little while, I got to wondering, maybe this would be a good thing for me. Maybe this would be kinda cool. So, next thing I know, I've got myself a jigsaw, and I've got myself some sawhorses, and I'm cutting wood, acting like I know what I'm doing, and I'm painting door hangers. And here we are, a couple of years later, still painting door hangers and adding stuff to not just door hangers, but painting home decor pieces. Boy, that's gonna be a fun little I think that piece is actually green, so I think that's probably gonna be, I think that's probably gonna cover that up okay, so I'm not gonna fret too much about that right there. It's either gonna be green or brown, so I keep losing my comments. Let's see here. I love the Grateful Pumpkin. Oh, yes. That was one of my favorites to do. Um, I like the all the colors on that one. The colors are not typical colors, and so I really like the colors on that one. Yes, Miss Terry, I've seen you post comments on Miss Tamara's stuff. She's a funny lady. I love watching her, and then when her daughter Charlie comes in, Charlie's just a trip. She's such a cutie. If I had started things with, lives earlier, my daughter probably would have been a lot like that. But by the time I got all this going, my daughter was hitting teenage years, so needless to say, even though she's all into YouTube, and she has, actually made 1 or 2 appearances, probably not necessarily by her choice. I've kinda pulled her in. I remember in the beginning of doing lives that I used to have her pull up on the computer and make sure that I was actually on because I only had, um, let's see, the initial setup was I used my husband's computer to do the video part, and I used my iPad and I used my iPad to be the camera, I think. It was crazy. And with technology, everything is always changing so much, and so you're constantly trying something new or trying to figure out something new. Matter of fact, it was crazy. I went to hit go live, and when I was setting up my setup tonight, it started telling me, you've been signed out. And I'm like, are you kidding? So I had to take a few seconds and go in and sign back in and do all the little permission things. I was like, man, I was actually going to be on time tonight. Oh, well, it's okay. We are here and we are painting a Halloween truck bed. So we have got all kinds of little friends hanging out and going trick-or-treating here. Oh, there's a piece of back window I didn't see a while ago, and the other mirror. All right, so I'm almost finished with this part, and then we'll see what our next lightest color is. I know I've got a green and I've got orange, of course, a good bit of orange. And I know there's quite a bit of black. Ghost is white. Maybe I should painted him first. Nah, it's okay. I'll change brushes. I shall change brushes and paint him white. The truck is purple. And I thought about doing the truck black and maybe doing something else purple, but I don't know. I've already done the one Halloween trick or treat with the skulls that was all black. And I did it purple last year. So this year I did it black. Last year I did it purple. This year I added more detail to it. So it's got more detail than it did on last year's. I wish I could turn this around the other way, but I am afraid I'm going to end up off camera if I turn it around the other way. Okay, here we go. Get our little ghost. Go ahead and paint him white. Get him taken care of. He's already white, but I like to put a second coat on after I get the base coat, just so the coverage is nice and smooth, and I have a nice, good coat of white, as I put it, whether or not that's actually what you want to call it. I want to make sure it's covered. Now I feel like I should be at Waffle House. Smothered and covered. So yes, here at the crafting table, I am going to have a day of cleanup for my paints. I usually have to do that about once. I try to do it once a week. I really was in a better habit of it. But I just got busy trying to get a few things done last week, and I did not get all my paints put up. But I was very excited to finally get the football door hangers finished. Good grief, I have gone out the lines twice now. This is why we don't put the paints up yet, because, and we keep baby wipes handy. Touch-ups and boo-boo fixes. Got a boo-boo over here. And a boo-boo there. Okay. I keep forgetting I have to look to the side to see my comments. Yes, technology is only good when it works. You didn't see my boo-boos? Well, with it being the white, it's not like they stood out because the blue is a light color, but nevertheless, I let the first one go. I was like, "Oh, I'll go back and fix it later." But then after I just, ran outside the lines like a crazy driver, um, you know, I was like, "Okay, go ahead and fix these now, and I won't have to come back and do a touch up later." It's a lot easier if you just get them up with a baby wipe and be done with it. Okay, so there is our little ghosty. Let's see what I want to do now. I'm going to turn it back around so that way you can kind of see how it's starting to take shape. I know I've got green and I've got orange. Of course, we've got black and purple is for the truck, but I'm gonna hang on to purple for a few minutes. I think the green, if I'm not mistaken, the green is like a neon green. Let me look real quick here. No, it's not a neon green. Ooh, but I may do it a neon green. Oh, I do have some gray on the bumper. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to the bumper in a minute. I'm going to, where's my neon green? I'm going to go with neon green. Neon green. It's not really neon. It looks neon. It's actually called apple green, but I love to use it for any of the neon colors. This is my favorite one on a summer beach ball. I love using this green on a summer beach ball because it really just stands out and kind of screams, right. Where is my, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Uh, this is the other problem when I don't put my colors back, then I can't find my colors because they're hiding behind other colors. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with the neon green, and I am going to get the stockings on the witch's legs taken care of. And then I should probably get the bumper pretty quick. Because it's a gray color. And if I get way far down the line in all these darker colors, then it's going to be something else to come back. It'll just be more brushes. That's all it'll be. It'll just be more brushes. All right, so I'm going to get a round brush and I am going to start hitting every other one with the green. And then I'm going to go back and do the orange. So let's see. Terry, are you doing any of the fall challenges? I don't know who all I know you follow Tamara. I don't know if you follow some of the others that that are doing fall challenges, but of course Tamara's got a fall challenge coming up. Oh, I froze. Uh-oh, that's not good. We have had a few days. It hasn't happened the last 2 or 3 days, knock on wood. I don't have any wood. I'll use my head. Um, we've had a few days here lately where our internet has just like, I don't know, just stopped for no reason. It wasn't bad weather. We didn't have any problems as far as power goes, no flickers or anything. But it was like all of a sudden, whatever we were doing just froze. So I'm not sure what's going on. But we have had 2 days where everything's been fine, and I didn't think I probably should have reset our modem after all of that. But like I said, we've had a couple of days where we've not had any problems, so I didn't even think about it. Again, technology. Oh my gosh, this this one is just like gonna glow in the dark. Look, check out how bright that orange and that green is. It's just crazy. Oh my goodness. But I like the bright colors. I really do. Ah, pumpkins with Tamara. Yes, I probably will not get to do that the week it is happening, but I am hoping to get that the following week, which is the way I had to do the spring challenge with Tamara. So, and Erica, I haven't even seen Erica's yet. You know what? I've got to go visit Erica's page. It's crazy because and it's frustrating too, because periodically, you'll get tossed out of notifications if you don't like or comment on things. So, to me, that's frustrating because I miss and then I don't even realize I'm missing it until, I don't know, like, later on, and then that always irritates me because 'cause I'm like, "Oh my gosh, now I gotta catch up on everything." Ah, okay, I need a good yellow. Where is let's see here. No, I don't really want marigold. Fiesta yellow. Yeah, let's do Fiesta yellow. I like that. Some of these are patio paints, and so they're like an outdoor. Matter of fact, the green, the orange, and now the yellow that I'm using are all patio paints. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'll have to go look at Erica's though. I've seen Heidi's, and I know what she's doing for her fall ball, and I know what Tamara's doing for the fall challenge with the pumpkin trio, and so I'm excited over that. But I haven't seen anything from Erica in a while now that I think about it. So I've got to go like her page, not like her page. I've got to go click and like something on her page. That sounds so funny. Not like her page, but go like something on her page. Okay, so the buckles are a bright yellow, and then the lights are bright yellow. I started to do what I call a neon yellow because I've got a neon yellow. But then I was like, no, 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 this is Halloween. Let's get a yellow that kind of looks like, the spooky moon yellow. I've had several people asking me about Halloween stuff lately, so I'm in that crazy mindset of Halloween colors and spooky. Oh, Erica's doing apples. Oh, I gotta go check that out. I like apples. I like the apples. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Okay, I know that that is green and that is brown. I don't think I want to do it that neon green though. I think I want a dun, 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 dun. You know what? I'm not even going to put this in my tray here. I'm just gonna take it straight out of the cap. When I have something small, I tend to just grab it right out of the cap and not even put it in a container. I don't take up a space with it. Yeah, I like that green for this little vine. I think that'll work out good. Ta-da! All right, so now we've got our little green vine going on there, and for the stem itself, let's see. No, not milk chocolate. Mm, where's my dark chocolate? Mississippi Mud? No, I don't want Mississippi Mud. This is the other problem I have. I can't find my paints. Yes, I believe it is time to clean up the old crafting table this week. Get everything back in some form of order here before I lose my sanity. Who was it that I saw? You may have seen this post too, Terry. I saw somebody who said they were cleaning up their crafting table. Who was that? Was that Miss Tracy? She does napkin art. And so I started following Miss Tracy and watching her. Um, may have been her. She posted a thing about cleaning up her crafting table, and I was thinking, ooh, yeah, I kind of sort of need to do that too. What's crazy is I kind of have two. I actually set up another table in uh, a spare bedroom, our only spare bedroom. I say that like I have, four or five. In our spare bedroom, I set up another table, and that's where I do my resin because I was losing time with my door hangers because the resin was having to sit for so long. And so I ended up setting up just a little table in the spare bedroom, and that's where I do the resin pour. And I leave them in there to set for 24 hours or so. And so now I have two tables that I kind of have to keep up with whenever I'm doing my resin stuff because that one, my daughter does some resin things as well, and she and I were talking today. She's like, I had sticky stuff all over my hand, and I realized it was resin because but it wasn't mixed resin. It was the two parts that were on the mat, and she stuck her hand, or no, she had stuck. Maybe I stuck the bracelet in it. I don't remember. I was trying to help her get her stuff out, and I laid it on the mat. So anyway, yeah, just crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff. All right, I am gonna jump and do the bumper now. I was trying to think. Okay, I want to do this in a light color and then hit some dark shadows. And so I was trying to do that real quick, thinking of okay, let's do lighter color first, darker color last, or darker color and then put a lighter shade on it. So we're gonna go with the light and shade in to the darker. Make sure nope, I'm off screen. Okay, here, let me turn it sideways. This is a 20-inch door hanger, so uh, my setup, for whatever reason, I didn't do what Miss Pam told me. I did not come from the in to the out, from the center to the outside. Miss Pam Savage. She's another one I enjoy watching. She's so creative with some of the things she does, and I've seen her do some things with fabric. And because I do some quilting stuff as well, I was like, oh my goodness, fabric and door hangers. It's kind of like watching Tracy with the napkin stuff. I'm just like, oh, this could this could really put me in a whirlwind of all these different things to do. All right, so all I'm doing is finishing out the bumper. Now that I'm on this side, I know it's hard to see, but all I'm doing is just going to the edge of the bumper and finishing it out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just a little bit of darker gray And I'm just going to do a little bit of shading. I'm going to get just one drop. And all I'm going to do is just shade. And with the light right on it, I can't see. So we're just going to, oh no, I want more shade than that. And I may have to come back and do this in a couple of, oh, well, hey, that worked. All right. That's the only thing about shading that gets me is I'll get it right and I'll think, oh, one more time and it'll be perfect. And I do it one more time and I mess up what I did. That's the only thing about shading. I'm like, ah. Yes, it, oh my goodness. It does get so easy to get caught up in different crafts because you watch somebody do it and you're like, oh, that looks so cool. And then you want to try it. And then the next thing you know, you've got way too much going on. But I also think it's pretty cool to try some different things because, you never know. I mean, if I had never tried door hangers, if I had just stuck with just making baby quilts and things, you know, I wouldn't have this added in as well. All right, I'm not going to add any dark to the top. I'm going to leave that lighter. I may actually come back and blend in just a little bit of white just to lighten it up just a touch more. So what I'll do with that is just put down a little bit of gray and then get just a touch of white and just kind of mix in, just kind of back and forth, back and forth. And then do the same thing on the other side. So just a little bit of that gray that I used to begin with, and then just a touch of white and just back and forth. Or you can use a figure-8 motion to blend it in, either way. If you want to make it look streaky, you can turn it sideways and give it a different look as well. So. All right, so I think I am up to orange now, I think, because I don't want to do the black just yet. I want to save the black to last. Oh, come on. Here we go. And the purple. I don't want to do the purple. I want to save the purple and then the black. Now, this tag right here, I am going to do it in this bright orange. I don't want it to be the same color as my pumpkin. I want it to really stand out. So we are going to make this a bright, bright orange. And then next I'm going to start on the pumpkin and get the pumpkin taken care of. Get our pumpkin painted. I'm going to leave it sit sideways. And I am going to use Canyon Orange for this pumpkin. I generally would grab just pumpkin orange, but I took part in the fall challenge. Well, the first fall challenge I took part in, which would have been the fall of 2020, and we used canyon orange for the pumpkins. And after I did that, it's very hard for me to go back to just pumpkin orange because the way the pumpkin, to me, the way the pumpkins looked, I don't know why I'm being so careful. The eyes and all that are going to be black. Why am I being so careful? I love it when I can tell people at paint parties, okay, so that's going to be black. You don't have to be really careful about it. If you get messy, it's okay. The black is going to cover it up. It's the black that you have to be careful with because then you have to try to go back and fix it. So now over by the ghost, it's a different story. I do have to be careful by my little ghosty friend here. I was trying to think of what other things I had worked on this week. Other than some resin stuff, I'm just going to paint the whole thing orange. Just going to go ahead and just paint it orange. And then I'll come back with the black and it'll just all be covered in the same amount of coats. T-shirts, I've done some t-shirts this week. Tumblers, done some tumblers this week. Okay, so there is our pumpkin now. I am not sure that I am going to do any shading on my pumpkin just because I just like this color. And I have done some shading with like the ochre and oh, I'm drawing a blank. I know we did ochre and we did burnt sienna. I knew I was forgetting a color. I'm like, what is the other color that we used? Burnt sienna. But this is a jack-o'-lantern. This is a little bit different, so I'm just gonna paint him this orange and we're gonna let him be. Do one more quick coat on the tag. Almost out. See if I can make it stretch. Hey, I think I made it stretch. I didn't have to get any more out of the bottle. All right, now I have black and I have purple. And you know what? I didn't even pay attention to what color the letters are. Oh, the letters are black. Okay. That means I have got to do I have a cricket? Yes, I do have a cricket. Black can be your friend. Oh, yes, indeedy. Black is my my best friend on a lot of these. I do have a cricket. I have done some things with cricket. I have made ornaments where I use the cricket, where I use vinyl and did some things there. And I have cut out some stencils with my Cricut and used that on some doormats one time. And of course, I've done some vinyl, t-shirts and things like that. So just within our family. I didn't actually do any of those in my shop. I just did those for my family and did some for Christmas one year. That was a lot of fun. On purples, I think I am gonna go. I am one of these people that I love purple cow, but I also love purple rain. I do have a lavender here, but let's see. Oh, that's purple. Oh, purple pizzazz is pretty. Oh, I might go with purple pizzazz. It's kind of a bright purple, but then I like purple rain too. Hmm. Decisions. I can't remember. Is purple pizzazz the one that's kind of sheer colored? Have you ever used purple pizzazz? There's one that's kind of a sheer color, and I don't like to use it unless I'm going to put a little bit of, I can't remember. Oh, you're thinking of getting a Cricut? I've liked my Cricut. I have done, it's crazy that uh, I've probably done more with my online kids art club using the Cricut than I ever did really other than the ornaments. Now, I did a bunch of graduation ornaments for several years in a row, and I used the Cricut a good bit. And then, like I said, I've done a few T-shirts for family. Did them for Christmas one year. That was, like I said, a lot of fun. Um, Mine kind of comes up from time to time. It goes in spurts. It's like I'll use it and then I don't use it, and then I do use it. So it just kind of goes back and forth. Oh, purple pizzazz is sheer. Ah, okay. So I'm going to use. I'm going. You know what? I wonder what would happen if I put a little bit of purple rain with a little bit of purple pizzazz. Oh, let's see. I had an awful lot of purple. Well, I say an awful lot. Wasn't a ton of purple pizzazz in there, but let's see. Let's see how it looks. I may be going over it. I didn't put enough of the purple rain. Didn't put enough of the purple rain in there to make it. But I like the brightness of it. I may just have to do multiple coats. Hmm. I do like the color of it though. I may add just a little more uh, purple rain next time I mix some up. Let's see how far we get. Now the letters are going to be black, so I am just going to paint over all of this, and I've got a really small brush that I'm doing this with. Let me find my bigger brush. Bigger brush, bigger brush. Where are you? Here you are. I don't want to be here all night. Everybody get up, got to get up and get to work and school in the morning, so we don't want to be here all night. I did love this brush when I first got it, but the older the brush gets, the more I'm not so much liking the brush. It's like it just doesn't. I need to try to soak it real good and see if it will help bring it back to life. I haven't soaked this one in a while, and I need to soak it really good and see if I can help it out. Okay, it's time to mix some more purple pizzazz and purple rain and watch me get this one completely off. But I already know I've got to do at least 2 coats on this, so even if the first one ends up a little off, I can always just go over with it with purple rain on the second round, and it'll help to even it out. I don't know why sometimes when I'm trying to go around things or if I'm trying to cover a big area and I want to do it quickly, it's like I have to concentrate for some reason. I don't know why that is. It's like I'm not really doing anything that's, like earth shattering. All I'm doing is going around objects. This brush just may be to a point where it needs to be retired. Sometimes they just get that way. We just use them and favor them so much. But I find it's hard to get rid of a favorite brush, even if it's not, even if it's not necessarily favored so much anymore. Purple is your favorite. Oh, Terry, I like purple too. Yes, we do get involved with what we're doing. We get focused and then we just lose track of what else we're doing. Did I not paint the I think well, maybe I didn't. This is the little ghost arm. That's what I thought was wrong with the shoe while ago, and I don't think I painted that. I'll have to come back and hit that with white. I mean, he's already white, but I like to put a second coat on there, so. All right, so I'm gonna spin him around this way a little bit and finish out the top here and get this finished up. I will definitely have to go over this again, just because this purple, you can see where I stopped my brush. Of course, it's probably also as much of the brush as it is the purple. I might could have put the purple rain down first and then come back with the purple pizzazz and lightened it up a little bit. It seems like a lot of the colors that I like a lot are the sheer ones. And then that frustrates me because I either have to mix it with something else or else I have to put a lot of coats on there. Okay, so the boots are black and let's see, what have I got left here? The boots are black and the bat is black and the eyes and the mouth. for the pumpkin and the ghost. Okay, so everything else, and the words are all black, and the tires. Okay, so I think we are down to getting things done with black, and then we can see it start uh, taking shape. So I'll come back to the purple in a little bit. Time to drag out the new black paint, I think. All right, I'm gonna turn it this way. Oh, I don't want to use that one on black. Do, 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 do. I started that one in purple. We'll use that one for black. I don't have a lot of huge areas to cover with black. The tires, I think, are about the biggest. So I don't want to get too big of a brush, but I also don't want to be here all night long trying to paint tires. And I have that habit. Either I pick a brush that's too big and then I fight with getting in the small places, or I pick a brush that's too small and I spend forever trying to get the paint done. Which, depending upon if you're painting just for the sake of painting or if you are trying to get something accomplished in a short amount of time, it's either a good or a bad thing. Terry, did you say you had organized your paints? Did I see that? That's just now hitting me. I'm sorry. I finally got my paints organized by color. You did say that. Oh my goodness. I will say that mine were not necessarily now. Yeah, I mean, I've got all the browns on one level and all the blues on one level, and they're pretty much in the, same vicinity. There might be one or two that are kind of crisscrossed, but some of the ones I run across on Facebook uh, with the shelves, they've got oh, what is that shelving stuff they use on the wall? I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, they'll go on and they've got it all color coded behind them. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's just awesome. I've got mine in a carousel. It was a carousel that I got from Hobby Lobby. Is that gonna? Nope, he is off screen. Okay, let's flip him around and get him where I can see him. Get our bat painted. Terry, do you have all your paints on shelves or do you have it in a carousel or you got them all organized? I'm curious now as to how you have them stored. Now the bat is all black and he's got eyes here, or his eyes must be white, or they may be red. I'm gonna go with white. When we come back and give him white eyes. I don't want him to have red eyes. Okay, so there is our little bat, and I think I'm gonna have to switch to a round brush. Here we go. As I'm getting smaller, it's gonna be a little easier than trying to get that flat brush into some of these spaces. So I'll just grab my round brush real quick. And we'll get our little trick or treat friends here all fixed up. You know, it's funny because you've got the feet sticking up here out of the bed, so it's makes me wonder, okay, so what did they do? Undoubtedly, it had to be someplace where they did a trick because, yeah, undoubtedly, it looks like they were making a fast getaway since the shoes are, and I know there's a whole big thing where there's, just the witch's feet, legs, whatever, but I still think that's funny. It just looks like they're making a quick getaway. So this week, I talked about last week and some of the things I did this week. I'm going to be doing some fall door hangers as well as some fall t-shirts. And what else is on my list for this week? Oh, I do have a couple of fall tumblers that I need to get done as well. So, door hangers, tumblers, and t-shirts. It's so crazy sitting here painting a Halloween door hanger, and I said that, and the first thing that came in mind was the tune door hangers and t-shirts and tumblers. Oh my. Remember a few seconds ago when I said about grabbing the wrong size brush and being here forever? Yeah. So I switched back, or I switched to a round brush because I knew I'd never get that bigger brush to do very well with the eyes. But now I am on the shoes, and this brush is too small. All right, so I'm going to do the pumpkin, and I'll find another brush for the shoe in just a minute because this brush will work very well for getting the pumpkin's details done. And we will see this take a little bit better shape. We are getting close to the end, close to having it all finished. Other than adding our highlights and some of the just the little extras that make everything stand out and look really cool. I'll probably go around this with some white. Oh, I did do a midweek tumbler drop this week. I forgot about that. All right, so I'm going to hang on to this one for the lettering because I wanted it to do the letters. But I do have to go over the truck bed one more time. So we're going to put him in there for just a minute. I'm going to get this bigger brush real quick and see if that'll speed up the process here on the boot. And get this finished out. Then we'll do our lettering, get that done, and maybe do a few of the outlining details. And then I may come back and just post pictures of the highlights and stuff that I add to it. It just depends. Everything is changing from that summer mode to the back to routine life mode, and so I am trying not to hang out terribly late, just so that way, I'm not keeping you up all night, but also I have to get some sleep too. So, I'm gonna see if I can do this. It's maybe one of those deals where I'm, overconfident in my ability to get a fat brush to squeeze through a skinny brush's job. Okay, I'm not gonna try that. I'll wait. We shall wait. We shall do that with another. All right, so I'm gonna jump back real quick with the purple and see if I can get the tailgate to where I can get the lettering done. And then we shall go from there. I may have to come back with the purple rain. I was really hoping by adding in some purple rain that I could get it to cover in 2 coats, but I don't think I added enough purple rain. I still have that brush look going on, which always aggravates me. But oh, it's looking so cute. Thank you, Terry. Great ideas for your tumblers. Aw, thank you. I wish I could say that I had created all the tumblers, but kind of like the door hangers, I buy designs, and so it's a quick way to build your library when you do that. I have done a few tumblers that were just, me doing my own thing, but I do like having other designs in my library because that allows me to grow my library fast. And it also gets things done quicker for customers who need them sooner, rather than waiting for me to design something. So, All right, so I'm going to get the tailgate done here, and we're going to start on the lettering. And then what I'm going to do is go back and go around the edges. See if I can get this just a little smoother. I mean, it is a Halloween truck, so I mean, I don't, you figure it's not going to be perfect, but but I have that whole side of me that goes, yeah, but it needs to be smooth. It needs to look good. All right, I said I was going to do this later, and here I am going around the whole thing. Well, I'm here. I might as well finish what I've started. I only have a little bit left anyway. I'd really like to go ahead and get the outline on before I end tonight. That always depends on how long it takes for everything else to get accomplished. Okay, so I do have to go around that in black, but we're back to that point, so we are going to get there. Okay, round brush. I'll go ahead and do that. That'll give that a few more minutes to sit. Just go around and make the outline between the colors. All right, so that one's done. This one I did the outside lines with that bigger brush. So all I really have to do is just get these inside or between lines. All right, so now it's time to do our trick or treat. The truck is used and abused. That's funny. Well, if they're going around doing the trick thing and they're not getting any treats, then yeah, I'm sure it has been used and abused for quick getaways. So, one thing I have done this year, I actually have been practicing lettering. Now, granted, this is just tracing letters, just painting in the lines, but I don't know, the last two door hangers that I've done, This one and one other one this week. I just felt like I was a little bit faster, maybe, maybe not. Y'all let me keep my false hope, okay? Just let me keep my false hope. But that's one thing I really wanted to do this year was work on getting lettering under my belt and no, I'm not ready to just strike out on my own like I watch some of these incredibly talented ladies do. And they just, they finish up and then all of a sudden they just start writing a word across their door hanger or their piece that they've completed. I am by no means at that point, but I have started the process, which is something that I wanted to start last year. I'd rather just trace the letters. Now, in this particular case, I would. I don't think I'd really want to. I might get brave one day and just try it on a door hanger, but I I doubt very seriously I'll be doing it live. I'll probably do it, just during the week and then probably have to completely sand it or paint over it and start again. One thing I want to be able to do is to be able to do my own lettering on designs that I do. And that's what I want to eventually do is get to a point where I'm doing some of my own door hanger designs or my own t-shirt designs or, tumbler designs. And it would be really neat to use, a lot. Tamara uses Procreate and Danielle from Imperfect Dust. And I know quite a few of them use Procreate and they do their designing in there. And I'd like to be able to design my own one day. And like I said, I've done a few things here and there, but I think it would be really cool to be able to sit down and have an idea. I did come up with a t-shirt idea the other night, y'all. Y'all are gonna think I've absolutely lost my mind. So 9 times out of 10, my family likes to go bowling, okay? So we go bowling periodically. We don't do it as much as we used to. We used to get summer passes and go, all summer long and things like that. But after everything with COVID, we we don't get to go as much as we used to. But I seem to be this fortunate person that always has like one pin standing. It's like all the other pins fall down and you're thinking, "Oh, a strike." And or a spare. And then all of a sudden there's just one pin and it just won't go anywhere. It's like it's glued to the floor. So I started this thing where and yes, I was frustrated partially and agitated and all the other words and reaching that point of you know being slightly on the tired side. And so we get to a point and of course I'm bowling. It's my turn. I throw the ball and the one pin is left standing. So what do? I turn around and I look at my family and I go, "Oh no." To which case my husband just shakes his head. But I did design a shirt the other night that has one bowling pin standing up in a lane, and I did put "Uno" over it. So anyway, I am one day gonna get brave enough to actually make that shirt, and I'm gonna wear it bowling. And when people ask me, I'm gonna go, "Well, that's what always happens to me." I forget which one of us had the split, that dreaded 7-10 split that looks like goalpost at the end the 2 pins at the end, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make a circle here. So, one of us, I can't remember which one of us it was. Anyway, so the 7-10 split, and of course, if you're good and you can do the little trick shot kind of thing where you roll your wrist or your arm or whatever you do. I can't do it. Um, you can, according to the little play out on the screen, get get both those pins knocked down, but that's just not me. So one night, and again, it gets to a point where you're partially tired, you're partially you've played like 3 or 4 games, and your arm feels like jello. So I had a 7, I think it was me. I think it was me that had the 7-10 split. It's either me or my husband, I can't remember. Anyway, bowled the next ball and went right down the middle. And so what do? I hold my hands up like a goalpost for a football game, and I'm like, "Field goal!" Yes, life with me can be interesting at times. People around us are like, "Okay." Kinda like somebody at a baseball game yelling touchdown. But I'm telling you, sometimes it just gets, your arm really does feel like jello, and you're just getting to the end of the night, and you're like, "Okay, I'm about ready to just say done." And you gotta find something to keep yourself going. Oh, I forgot I gotta get this other part of the window up here. And around my ghost friend. I'm just doing around the edges right now, just in case I blank off screen for a minute, because I know I'm getting close to the edge over here, and I know the camera doesn't catch all that. Turning back around this way a little bit. It's kinda crazy. I thought by doing my lives later on Sunday night that I'd be wound up and, end up staying up half the night just from the adrenaline high of being on a live. But when you're sitting here and you're painting, by the time I get through with it, and sometimes even after I've ended the live, I'll sit here and finish out whatever the piece is. I'll finish out doing touch-ups or highlights or whatever else has to be done to it to just have it ready to seal coat. And by the time I get through, it's just like, you know, go to bed and lay down, and I've ended up, just hitting that relaxed point and I'm out. Speaking of out, I am almost out of black paint. Aw, I gotta remember next week not to forget my glasses. That way I don't have to keep looking to the side to read comments. Oh man, I completely missed part of that O and part of that C. So much for my getting better at lettering. Good grief. Well, I did say I just started practicing. I'm not a pro at it yet. I just started practicing. Do not run your finger through that black paint, Sandy. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, I just painted that. Yes, you did. Now you got to paint it again. Mm, oh, come on. There we go. Around the corner and around one more corner. Okay, so we are getting there. One more around here. Oh, I do have the other part of his arm to do. You know what? I'm not going to do that just yet because I really need to touch that up with white. So I'm going to touch that up with white. And then I'm going to take an even smaller brush and go around the green as well as put lines on the pumpkin. So now, speaking of lettering, oh, I don't have a piece of chalk over here. Oh, crud. Are you serious? I moved my chalk the other day and I don't have it over here. Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write boo on the tag. Okay, I think I've done that on oh no, I've not cut that one out yet. I did design, it's so funny because I did last year after the season was over with. There was a truck that I saw on it was in some store. It was on like Halloween decorations and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I love that truck." So I came home and I crack you up. Yes, I can. I don't know. I was going to say I can be entertaining, but I'm not sure that's what you call it at times. But thank you, Terry. Oh my goodness. But I did design a Halloween truck of my own. I forgot it completely about that. But it has it's on a round. It's not a truck cut out like this. It's on a round. And it has orange and black buffalo plaid. And so, I may have to try to cut that one out. So I did do that one last year. I completely forgot I had designed that one. It has "Boo" on the license plate. I should have put "Treat" on the license plate. I could put "Treat" on this one. Maybe I should put trick on this one. I'm telling you, that's what it looks like they're doing. It looks like they're making a quick getaway. All right, here. I'm gonna grab the white paint pen. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna add some highlights just to give an idea of what we're going for here. So we're gonna add squiggle there, there, uh, something on the heels and on the toes, a little bit there. Gotta have something in the lights. Round on the tailgate. Oh, not the tailgate, the bumper. Don't forget the lines on the tires. Is that even showing up? No. Turn it sideways. I gotta turn it back this way. I haven't done highlights on words sideways before. That kind of scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I've never done that before. Trying to do this sideways. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a little bit there. We'll go the other way on the nose. And I'm gonna add just a little bit here. And I almost forgot about the bat's eyes. This poor bat. Okay, so there you go. There's our Halloween truck, our Boo truck. I am gonna put Boo across the tag, I think. I think I like that. But anyway, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna trace it out in chalk and then I'm gonna come back and do that. I'm not gonna do that live. I might actually do the chalk if I had it here with me, but I don't have the chalk here with me. I don't know what I moved my chalk over to another. I think it's in the other room. Ah, okay. I'm gonna put some lines on my pumpkin. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I think. Let's see. I may do this and then regret I did it. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna do this and it's gonna turn out perfect. It's gonna turn out good. We're not gonna say perfect. It's gonna turn out good. I'm not gonna put that many lines on him. I'm just gonna put a couple or a few. Here's our pumpkin, our jack-o'-lantern, and our little friend, our little Boo friend, our little ghosty, and our upside down uh, witch's feet, legs. That's cute. I enjoy painting this. I had so much fun. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be so much fun." And, so anyway, I'm glad I did it tonight. I may come back with some gray and do, some highlights on the ghost, though. I hadn't thought about that, but now that I'm looking at him, I'm going, "Huh, he needs something." I don't really wanna do black because he's outlined in black, so I may come back with some gray and had some highlights, but I'll post pictures after I've finished out the boo and the, gray highlights. And, I don't know, I may go around the edge or I may come back and do some shading with a darker purple. And so I may hit my dark purple and do some shading around the edge instead of using the black marker. We'll see. Depends on what tomorrow morning's mood is and how much coffee I have. Well, I hope y'all have a great week. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, Miss Terry. I I may have to text you later this week and get some tips on how to get my craft table cleaned up. some organization tips, seeing how you have everything color coded with yours. I'm really not that bad. It's just a mess right here, right now. So where all of these little paints are hanging out after being used. But I hope y'all have a great week. Thanks so much for watching. And I um I have got some things coming up, and so I've got to see kind of on the schedule as to whether or not I'll be doing anything next week. But I will post and let everybody know. Thanks so much for watching.